Hello, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is March 11th. Do you remember where you were 2 years ago on this day? Because it was 2 years ago on March 11th that we had the COVID shutdown of the NBA and what started as pretty much the COVID shutdown in the United States and around the world. Just thought that's pretty interesting. 2 years ago today. Also, 2 years ago is really when a lot of YouTube channels started spinning off. You'll see a lot of them coming on their 2-year anniversary. Anywhere between February, March, April, May. Myself, I think I started mine in April, maybe? I don't remember. Okay, other interesting facts. 1892, first public basketball game in Springfield, Massachusetts. Thought that was a pretty cool fact. Didn't know that. So Stanley Cup stuff. A lot of what's it called? Ice skating stories here. You got some ice skating here. Got some more ice skating here. Dude on skates hits 50 goals. What else? Tennis players. Dude on skates again. Same bolt, and there you go. Suspends season until further notice after Rudy Gobert tested positive. Remember that 2 years ago, man. Wow. Okay, let's get into some content. I got lots to share with you guys. I'm gonna start with recommending you check out every Thursday night. Go GTS Live does a really good couple hours. They spent some time. They did an interview first with let's see if this is going to move with Ezra Levine. And I will say real quickly, I got some news here on Collectible as well. They're promoting the Mint collective event that's going on in March. That's also backed up by Omaha Productions, which is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's involved in that, so he's going to be there. I think I heard Jerry Rice is going to be there. It looks like a pretty interesting event. I mean, this is not the National. This is like a new conference to maybe compete against the National. And I'll just see, I'll be honest, I wanted to go, I'm not going, but I'm curious to see how this is received. Other news they talk about after the interview is great if you're interested in that. They talk about, some crime news. They talk about the U.S. Postal Service deal, the guy who was stealing the U.S. Postal Service, give you the details, how they caught him if you're interested in that. There's some interesting news about a guy who buys an 86 Fleer box, and he sent it to Baseball Card Exchange to get it authenticated. Good luck with that. CSG doing well. It was a year ago in February they launched their services. They're now accepting cards. What else? Yeah, the Mint there. This is a 3-year deal too that Omaha and the Mint Collective have signed. So that'll be interesting to see where this goes. Do recommend you take a look at the video, listen to this. A lot of great insight and comments. Again, I did enjoy listening to Ezra talk a little bit about the collective conference. Wish I was going. He talks a lot about how he's investing. Now, one thing I will say, Collectible hired PSA CEO, longtime collector Joe Orlando as well. That was big news. They brought him on board to be president. And as you know, Collectible has got Jeremy Lee from Sports Card Live. They've got a couple other people on their show. I'll put it this way. When you think fractional, I think Dibs, I think Otis, I think Rally Road, but Collectible is by far the most widely known and most active in this community. They seem very focused on sports cards, where I would say Rally and some other ones have been like a little bit of everything, right? They'll sell you, a cheeseburger if they can fractionalize it. But I've been critical. I'm not a big fan of these fractionals. I don't think they're going to last long. I don't think they're really good for the hobby. But hey, that's just my opinion. I am interested in watching them. I have used a couple of them, by the way, too. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm holier than thou. Other big news that a lot of people are talking about, we'll talk about that in a moment when I show you some YouTube channels, is about this eBay news. And the real big news here is that basically they are going to be creating a vault. Very similar to what PwC had, where you can send your cards to them and they're doing vaulting. They're also investing in sports cards. Sports cards aren't part of their growth plan, blah, blah, blah. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen here. Personally, I'm not a vault person. I don't like vaults. Personally, me. Like I've had Star Stock. I don't want my cards stuck at Star Stock. I've used, I guess it's been a vaulting service for me. I guess ComC in a way is a vault, right? They're holding your cards, but I don't have an interest in this eBay vault. I'm glad they're doing it because I'm not a PWCC fan. I think PWCC is a bad company. It should be out of business, but that's my opinion only. So I applaud eBay. It'll be interesting if this is successful. Like my first thought is, really, there's this much interest in vaulting crap? And I guess eBay could vault other stuff for people, right? They don't have to just vault cards. They could vault, I don't know, anything people want to buy on eBay. So interesting news. Again, a lot of people are talking about this. Other news, picked up this story. Where was this? I think this was in the short print. Rare baseball cards with insane history going to auction. This is known as the Charlie Sheen All-Star Cafe Honus Wagner. I'll let you read the story, but it is interesting to hear about this. First of all, I hear about how he bought this for, I think it was $25,000 and now it's expected to go for $3 million. But there's some provenance here, some history of these cards and where they were, what they've been through, which I thought was interesting and worth sharing with you guys. So check it out. It's under thedailybeast.com. I'll leave a link below. Last up, I think My Slabs. I was just looking at My Slabs. I'm trying to think. I think it was just all the My Slabs interviews. Again, these guys are adding the soft cards to their portfolio. They are also doing wax. Comics was new to me. And they're doing digital NFTs, although I don't understand this yet. I don't see digital NFT sellers here, but maybe I'm just missing something. Get started here. Like, are these NFTs? I have no idea. Last, I'll just take a quick look. Look, I didn't pull out specific YouTube channels for today's Sports Card Daily. There's some consistent themes, though, I would say. Mint Collective, that's a big deal coming up around the corner, and I think you'll see a lot more content around that. The other one is all this eBay authentication stuff. Huge hobby news. You know, eBay is doing a vault. Okay, interesting. Yeah, massive sports card news. I really like, you know, these eBay sellers roundtable. I missed this the other day. I do recommend taking a look at that. I have not listened to it, so I'm not going to tell you to do it because I don't know exactly what's covered. But where's the other one in here? You got the PWCC weekly auction being followed by these guys. Oh, tonight, Carlos will be talking about the vault, Zero Cool, MLB lockout. Always good to listen to that. Very long. So I try to tune in and listen as I can. Another one that's on tonight that I do try to tune into is Sports Card Anonymous. Where's he at? He does his, there it is. Now he's gonna have Neo there, my buddy Neo, Northeast Ohio, because there's really one Neo. But that's it, guys. Some news about some of the Dallas card shows. There wasn't a lot of other cool stuff out there. I think with all the other articles I brought to your attention, pretty valuable day here at Sports Cards Daily. Do you remember again, 2 years ago today, March 11th, when it shut down and for the next few weeks, people were panicking, selling cards. We thought the world's going to come to a crazy crashing end. And then sports cards took off. Here we are again 2 years later. We got a war going on. Pandemic still happening. Sports cards could take off. I don't think they will, but they could. Thanks, guys.